How's everybody? Everybody get a good night's sleep? Get the extra hour in that you needed? I forgot. I stayed home. So I totally forgot that it was changed back the clocks till I woke up and my phones weren't agreeing, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, makes sense. But anyways, I took a day off yesterday and didn't. I picked some cards, but I didn't do the reading. Yeah, I was just one of those days where, a little tired, and I'm still a little tired in my voice. They're not wanting me to talk this morning. I woke up with a little bit of a sore back, headache on this side. I think I went through war last night, which I do believe I do when I sleep. So, anyways, nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix for me. But, seeing since I pulled the my cards yesterday, I did it again today. And I'm going to read, and then I'm going to talk about it. But it starts with own your shadow side of life, soulful, emotions are visitors, take charge of your mind, dinner and drinks, animals and nature, overnight success, tarot, one little spark, Gemini, I am here to share my abundance with others, Archangel Michael, friendly chat, Archangel Gabriel, your happiness shows, lifestyle, Easter, sit in nature, Virgo, cat life, call back your power, a-hole, full moon, walk away. So apparently there was somebody on the full moon that was doing some things. I stayed home. I always stay home on full moons. Full moons is a time to shed and get rid of crap and honestly stay home because most of the crazies are out. I feel connected with my inner source of wisdom, laughter, wheel of fortune, put on your glasses, and empress. So, I know what this means to me, but basically, for those of you in this beautiful collective that has learned to take a look at all sides of yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? We all have a persona that most people see, the outside world, and that is usually what our rising sign is. Mine is a Cancer. I'm a Pisces sun, Libra moon, Cancer rising, and Aries in Venus. So I'm pretty, I know what I want. I'm going to do what I want. But I've also been sidetracked by people that, I thought cared about me. It kind of went along with whatever they wanted to do. Forgot about my own ideas and forgot about my own self. And Pisces were very creative people. And I do have 4 Pisces placements. And it's also in my Chiron, which is my South Node, which, I already came here with like a black mark on my life that I needed to fix. So, it explains to me a lot of what I needed to go through in this lifetime. And, own your shadow side of life. Own the things about you that aren't so great and the things that you do and the habits that you have. But Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel show up. I swear to God, I've known this my entire life. I've always had that fighting archangel for me because he showed me in ways that I didn't understand. And, until I really started studying more and doing things. But again, you only know at your level of knowledge. So the more you do things, the more you study things, the more you get into things. And like anything, people think that, oh, it's weird. My son, you and your cards. Okay, it's just that. It takes, knowledge, and it takes learning, and it takes, going into study about things like anything. And whatever you put time into and whatever you focus on is what grows. So if you're just putting in, the time into working your job, whatever it might be, and then going out and, going to events or whatever it might be, doing whatever, what you focus on is going to grow. So for those of you that are working on yourselves, I give you big kudos because it's not an easy thing. it's hard to take a look at yourself and go, oh shit, I did that. Oh shit, I did that. And we've all done it. But we also have, looks like, because it was Halloween and the full moon were right around the same time, we do have dark witches and dark people out there too who try to get in the way, and they try to get in the way of you and the things that you're doing because they just have nothing better to do in their world. And there's going to be spirits and entities out there that are going to try to get in that way. But the thing is, once you start learning about yourself and knowing the things about yourself, those things don't scare you anymore. And they don't get in the way. And I laugh at it kind of now because I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you're back. Okay, bye-bye. And I sage a lot and I do a lot of things in my home to keep my home peaceful. But honestly, it can just be as easy as, walking away from these people, these things, that don't make you happy. Because what's starting to piss people off and why they're doing it is your happiness is showing. Your happiness is there. They see the happiness and they don't understand because they're not happy. But then again, they haven't done the work. It's all about your lifestyle. It's all about what you choose to do for yourself. It's all about what you want to bring into your world. It's really pretty simple, but it's going to be, taking the work to do that, because emotions are visitors. We have them. We're here, in the human experience to experience them, but they're not all here to stay. Every emotion, whether it's happy, sad, whatever, they're just visitors to teach you about yourself. Now, I've heard, many a time in the past from friends and whatnot, well, I can't control myself. I can't control my emotions. Well, that's on you. If you can't control your anger, you can't control screaming and yelling at people. You can't control being overly sensitive about something and taking everything personally. That's about you. It's not about anybody else. Nobody else is doing it, Yes, we have those people who push our buttons and constantly are at us and whatever. Get away from those people. Quit hanging out with them. If they tend to be, like my son tries to a lot with me. Well, mom, this, da-da-da. I know the brain that he's coming from versus, 22-year-old brain versus 56-year-old brain is a little bit different. But, he's at that age, the men and their masculinity and their whatever. It's like, find an outlet for it. Go do something with it. Go run around the block. I don't freaking care. But the thing about it is, and I've been saying this a lot too, is when you start feeling connected with your inner source of wisdom, things seem to come to you easier. Things seem to happen easier. It doesn't take as much, oh wow, that just kind of happened. Because all it takes is just one little spark. One little spark to know that, maybe I am on the right chat. And chat, I said because friendly chat is right here and I'm a little tired yet. But because you're going to be going out for dinner and drinks with somebody. Because they want to have a little friendly chat with you. And I'm assuming this is somebody from the past. Somebody just doesn't have that closure. They apparently need to hear it from you. And I'm going to be assuming it's either a Gemini or a Virgo. But I'm thinking that it's probably, this is what's needed. You can have the good conversation, but it's probably, somebody that's trying to show up back in your life because your happiness is showing. And it's without them. And that's great. Because you know what that means? Is you're healed from that situation. Healing is a continuous process. But once you heal yourself from certain situations, it's just kind of easier to go, oh, well, okay, what did I learn? Where am I going? How did I do it? But the good part about it is once you have that discussion and once you have those things with whatever the situation is, there's more laughter, the wheel's going to turn in your favor because you've put your glasses on finally to see. It's your ruler of your own life. You're the person taking control, nobody else, because there hasn't been anybody else. It's been you making those little changes, making those little things, sitting back and kind of watching your things unfold and go, oh, wow, I did that. I did that. I did that. And you did it all on your own. That's the beautiful thing about it. When you do start working on yourself and you really don't tell other people about it, and you just kind of do it, all of a sudden they're like, what's the big change in you? I'm at peace. I have a peaceful life. I like my life. I like what I'm doing now. And you don't really have to explain it to anybody, but when they ask, kind of thing. So I pulled one dream card, one of my favorite girls too, Sunny. She's actually from Finland, which I am 25%. So what do I consider myself? A Scandinavian Indian, basically. So the Celtic in me, which I think helps, and also the Indian in me helps me with, the gifts that I've been given, and as far as the knowing and the seeing and the listening, and a lot of the clairs definitely have come out over the years for me, and I quit ignoring them and I started listening to them. So what does the dream card say? Trust is to be able to trust what you cannot yet see with your eyes. Use your imagination, create your dreams in your mind, and they will become clear for you to see. Now, if I haven't seen kind of a rhythm of all the videos that I've done in the last probably week, that you guys are in this time right now. Manifestation can be huge for you right now, but you got to have worked on yourself, and you have got to have, and I'm going to pull just a couple, done some things for yourself to better yourself, to get to a place of peace. Because when you start making decisions from a place of peace versus, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, generally is the right one to do. So let's see if we get anything from the angels that Mystique. Keep charging ahead. And don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Okay. I didn't see the bottom, and this is how big this deck is. Barefoot. Get outside in nature. Get your feet in the grass. Lean on that tree. Let them take some of that negative energy away from your body, which I need to do today. Because there's emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. And one other one fell out with it. Travel. Which this girl needs to do this year, because I haven't been on vacation in over 2 years. And I can tell, the toll that it's taken on my body and the things that I need to do a little bit better for me. But, sometimes you got to go through those periods. Autumn. Boy, isn't that the season we're in? Cards will always tell you guys, if you're willing to listen. So, whoever that person that's coming back, have the conversation if you can with them. If it's an individual that you really don't want to talk to, it's just closure for them. You don't need to have the closure because you've already had the closure. But do some things for yourself to rid the energy, out of your body, out of your place, out of your things. If you own things that they've given you and you can part with them, get rid of them. Why are you holding on to them if you're no longer, Some things it's nice to keep, but I did a clean sweep of most of my things from most of my people that I've had in my life. And they're no longer in my house, because why am I holding on to it? It's one thing I've learned over the years. Unless it brings you joy, get rid of it. It sits in a closet. It doesn't, what does it do? I don't even have the wedding pictures except the ones of myself. And even some of those I didn't keep either because, yes, but I want to remember the parts of it for me that give it a good memory. I don't want to remember the parts of it that, so I didn't keep it. I had a nice little fire, I had a nice little whatever, and honestly, it's the best cleansing for you. Create a little fire. Put it in the Weber in the backyard and throw all the crap in there that you no longer, need to be dealing with. It's kind of cleansing and it's actually good for your soul. So I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Do something today for yourself. Sit with yourself for a little bit. Learn to love yourself a little bit more every day. And before you know it, the changes that you've been trying to make, they're going to be done. So, all right, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon.